welcome to round 4, State League Lacrosse out at sunny Williamstown, but a bit windy today. The fair on reserve. We have Williamstown versus Malvern. We'll take you through the game as we go. Just sort of talking to a couple of the coaches before the game. It looks like both teams have got a couple of injuries today, so they've had to bring a couple in, and yeah, we'll bring it to you as we see it. I'm Gus Campbell.
I'm Dave Joy.
And Dave, what's your thoughts today, mate?
Well, Gus, they say in the game of lacrosse there's two dominating factors. One's goalkeeping, the other's face-off. So today I think the game's going to be decided in the face-off area. Yeah,
I agree with you. It's definitely going to come down to who gets most of the ball out of Bex. Malvern's got a dynamite attack, but they've got to get their hands on it. Previously, Sean Clark has been pretty dominant. But young Tom Bound from Malvern, he's really started to assert himself this year and get a lot stronger and starting to get a bit out of the centre. So here we go, we're all set. First face off, gates open. Williamstown come up with the first possession from the ground. Head backwards. Get it clear. Straight to Cal Gibson, it's the main man. It's their main attacking guy where they want to go to. Patient to move it around.
Yeah, that wind's blowing.
Yeah, it's pretty windy, but when the sun comes out, it's beautiful. No rain forecast for today. Williamstown on the dodge, Bryce Emery. Gets it behind to Jenny. Comes around the corner. Shots saved by Roger Chan. Williamstown will keep possession at the back through Jenny. Leong steps up to him. He drives around, looks at the shot, jumps, but Chan comes up with the save. First possession for Malvern. Chan in a bit of trouble there. Gets it to Aaron Curry. He's going to look to run with his wheels. There's a bad pass. Spill straight to Williamstown. There it is. First goal. First goal comes from a Malvern error. 13:20 to go in the first. Williamstown first on the board. Malvern only had the one possession just very briefly in their back half, unable to get it up the other end. Clark for Williamstown, Bone for Malvern. Clark straight out, heads forward. Gets it off to Jenny. Decides to cool it down and move it around. Williamstown just working the ball behind, getting a sub. Butson comes on for Williamstown. Takes the ball straight away. Butson makes a drive, Cook stands up. Gets it out to Gibson, he's going to run a sweep on his left. Gets it gets a shot. Looks like Chance will come up with it. Bound brings it down. Finds Mitchell Baker. First possession for Malvern in their attacking half. Make the subs. Jordan Campbell on for Malvern out of the box. Cook with the ball, he hits Campbell up. Looks like Malvern will want to work it round Waters with the ball. Give everyone a touch. Kobe Cook looks to drive. Runs, no double coming, takes a shot and scores. Funny, great shot that one, Dave, off the ground, uses the ground to his advantage.
Yeah, Cook has accelerating speed, Gus, good sweep across the front. Good shot, don't let Evan Williams get too much warmed up. It's a good shot.
Yeah, Kobe Cook's been working a lot on his shot at practice, so I think it's going to keep improving. That one was certainly a good shot. So 1-1, one apiece, 12 to go in the first. Malvern versus Williamstown. Welcome all our viewers out there on the Malvern Lacrosse Facebook page and the Malvern YouTube page, wherever you're watching. I hope you're all nice and warm and I hope you get to see a good game today. Back to the X. Bound holds it up. But Jenny too strong in the end, gets the ball on a fast break for Williamstown, takes a shot. Ball in dispute in the front of the goals. Bound gets it, out to Bound, out to his brother, Malvern down the field. They'll probably need to settle, they're a bit uneven, they've got a defenseman down there, they'll probably want to make a change up. So they settle. Baker working behind. Over to Waters. William Barnes comes on for Malvern. He'll look for Takashi Wada up the top. Here's a speedster if he wants to go. Ooh, that pass just got through. Gets it to Donnie Howard. He's getting some heat from the Williamstown defence. He's still driving right. Takes a shot and puts it in.
Yeah.
Great shot. Straight over the goalkeeper's left shoulder that time, Dave. I think the sun, if we look to our left,
Yep.
sun is a little bit distracting for the goalkeeper at that end. So early in the game, Malvern take a 2-1 lead, 10:55 to go in the first.
Yeah, it's a good shot, Malvern. Now the 1-goal lead. Really need to stay competitive. But the work's going to be done around this face-off area.
We have a new one in there for Williamstown. I can't pick up the number, Dave.
Jaden Smith,
Jaden
number
Smith,
11.
number 11.
Ground ball. Missed it.
It's Blake Stringer's come through with the ground ball. Pass is poor, but his teammates able to keep possession. Bryce Emery settles it for Williamstown out to Alex Pike. Clark to take it behind. Back up the top to Butson. He's indicating, telling his teammates to get out the way he wants to go, but moves it off to Bryce Emery. Bryce Emery, Donnie Howard defending. 2 10s at it. There's a shot deflected. Williamstown keep it in. Gibson still has it down in the bottom corner. Patient offense by Williamstown. It's Cal Gibson with the ball. He looks to the crease. Gets deflected. Bound gets the background ball momentarily. Stick knocked out of his hands. Ball's there for the taking. The referees have a call. They've called a hold against Williamstown. Malvern will take possession in their back half. Howard to clear the ball. Steps across the line without too much trouble and settles it down. Over to Waters.
Yeah, Malvern into attack now. They're going to sub him up. Geordie Campbell, number 15. And number 5, Kobe Cook. Baker at the top, flips. A hidden ball trick. Canadian upbringing.
Doesn't fool us, Dave. We know who's got it. Waters on his first drive for the game. Takes a shot and puts it in the top. Once again, I think the Sun's playing a little havoc down there for Evan Willis at this point in time.
Yeah, that was a great shot.
It's a ripper.
Waters there. He's got some leg speed. Bony left footer, left hand of it.
Yeah. So early in the first, Malvern take a 3-1 lead. 8 minutes 30 to go in the first. Sean Clark back in the middle for Williamstown. Tommy Bound hasn't got. Malvern don't really have a backup face-off guy. That young Tom Bound, he runs hard all day, every day, and he's just been called on a.
Went early.
Yeah, he went a bit early.
Even as a backup, guys, they got him train up a long stick.
They've been caught napping.
Train up a long stick to go in there and try and get something out as a rotation. Williamstown style of play, you'll notice they keep rotating the ball around and basically just keep knocking on the door till they get an avenue to bring it in. Emery with the space. Josh Mannix, 19 at the back, took that shot. Roger Tran up to it. Malvern going to clear through Barnes.
Ooh. Was it back over there, or did they get away with that one, Dave?
He got away with it. Oh, he's turned it over. Baker, good ground ball.
Get a referee's call here. Referee's having a chat. It appears it'll be a Malvern man up. We'll wait for the call. We have a, is it just a loose ball? No, we have a 30-second penalty on number 17 for Williamstown, Shane Mowat. So Malvern will go man up. 3-1 Malvern, 7:15 to go in the first. And we have a second foul for Williamstown against Cal Gibson. Didn't quite hear what the call was. Malvern will go 2-man up here. EMO, 6 against 4. Need to move the ball quickly, get the feet moving.
Yeah, they're extending the top 2 long sticks out.
Looking
bottom
for the
right,
corners. He
bottom
skips to
right.
Howard, bottom right to Kobe Cook.
Hits him.
He misses. Malvern keep possession. Plenty of time to set up and have another crack at this man up. Baker at the top, down to Howard. Howard does a little swim dodge once, twice, hits the top pipe and away it goes. Malvern closest to the ball when it went out, so they'll retain possession. 3-1 Malvern, 6:30 to go in the first. Up the top to Baker, across to Howard. You see this all the time. 6 on 6 again, all even. Barnes bottom left. Looks up to Waters. Don Howard to Cook. Cook back to Howard. Who's going to go? Looks like Baker wants to take a run.
Stringer.
Stings into his left. Lets it rip. Not a real good shot. Pretty easy for the goalkeeper to get that one. Great save, Evan Willis. Ball's on the ground. Who's going to get it? Williamstown all over that one. Blake Stringer comes up with it, flicks it back to Willis. They'll take the time and clear the ball. Malvern have been riding well the last couple of weeks.
He goes in, he comes down.
Yep.
Bit like AFL football. Gus cheeses me off no end that they allow their
Malvern
opponent.
caught napping Williamstown on the fast break, but they can't capitalise.
Ashley Pike, number 4, that ground ball.
And we have a timeout charged to Williamstown. 5:23 to go in the first. Malvern leads 3-1. First quarter so far has been, not a lot of errors, Dave. It's been fairly clean from both sides.
Yeah, it's moving all right, Gus. Plenty of ball moving down there. Interesting to watch Williamstown defence, how much they push out at the top early.
Yep.
Trying to deny the Malvern attackers at the top, particularly Howard and Baker.
Very confident defence. They're happy to push out and go and take a bit of a risk and push out, knowing that if they do get skipped, they've got plenty of backup in between and they'll just get back and slough in behind.
Yeah, well, the wind's dropped.
That makes it a little bit easier, and there's a little bit of sun poking through, so it's much better now. Of course, we're right next to the beach down at Williamstown, and can get cold, but very nice day today. Good day to be out talking about lacrosse, Dave.
Yeah, it would be anywhere else, Gus, would we?
Not right now. No.
Cut the grass, done the vacuum, so I'm all right.
No. So Williamstown to start with the ball. Alex Pike with it, sends it down the bottom to Gibson.
Motion offense.
Jenny with it, moves it over. They like to move the ball around the perimeter, Williamstown, and get the cut through the middle. There's plenty of open space there at the moment.
Garrett. Got a bit closer than that, James.
There's Alex Pike on his left. Looks to the crease. It's open, but he can't take it.
Oh, I think that's in the back.
Yeah. Let's just see what we get a call here. It's definitely going to be a loose ball push.
Josh Mannix, number 19.
It looks like they're sending him to the bin. Josh Mannix will take a 30-second penalty for a push for Williamstown. So Malvern have another man opportunity. They had a two-man, that 6-on-4 before and couldn't capitalise. So this is their third attempt at a man up today. Jordan Campbell controlling at the top.
Rotate. Oh, he snuck it early.
Baker keeps it.
Brock Goulet was onto that with a stick in the lane. Looking again to put it in.
Waters with his shot, goes wide. Back up's there. So all even now. Butson comes on to make the 6 in defence for Williamstown. Another save from Willis. Williamstown very quick out of the box to clear. They've got Malvern napping at the moment. There's Gibson on the run. Bound steps up. Goes to take the shot. It's hit hard. We have the referee's call here. We got one down at the moment. Looks like Cole Gibson.
Williamstown scored on their first shot, Gus, and the next 4 on the net. They haven't been able to get back on the board, so...
yeah, Roger down there's been
looking,
yeah, quite good. Talking to Roger early before the game, he really needs a good warm-up. As long as he gets his warm-up, he's into the game early. The referee's conversing here.
There's no penalty there.
I don't think so. No, there's no penalty. Williamstown will take possession of the ball.
And Malvern extend the defence right out. And a match defeat.
Emery skips around. Curry in pursuit. Shot goes high.
That's wide.
Both teams making changes from the box. Alex Pike to start for Williamstown. Skips it up the top. Butson to Jenny. He's happy to move the ball around at the top at the moment, Williamstown.
20's Benny Newman back playing.
Yep. Pike and Newman just having a little bit of the throw at the top. Williamstown looking for those corners.
Looking for the feed. Save.
Roger Chan with another save. Gets it to Donny Howard. If he can stand up, he'll clear. Pretty quick on his feet. And there's another successful clear for the Malvern side. Just had a little bit of work down in D. I'd probably advise Malvern to get a bit of gas back, but we're on a penalty now. We're on a flag. I don't know what happened there, but anyway.
The wheels fell off.
Yeah.
A 3-man press.
Malvern will have their 4th man up opportunity. They've yet to score on a man up. Looks like we've had an offside call on Williamstown. Josh Mannix will sit down and take the 30 seconds.
Inside the last 2 minutes. super important, this play. There's a slide. Oh, he's hot. He's hot. And that's just why Williamstown back themselves.
Malvern's had four man up opportunities. They probably should have another 2 goals at least. They've slaughtered both or every occasion, being impatient, not moving their feet. Anyway, Williamstown with the ball. They're still man down. Malvern most likely to press out with the extra man. No, time's up, so all 6 on 6. Back to even. Josh Mannix with the ball. It's down the bottom to Sean Clark. Alex Pike is going to try and run around the crease. Todd Hunter steps up. Forces him to move the ball on. Ben Newman with it. Wants to drive, comes to his left. Nowhere to go, so he puts it down to the corner. Back up to Noah Jenny at the top. Newman's going to take another go. Donnie Howard defending. He skips to his right. Looks for the pick. Gets his free. Can't get his hands free. Moves the ball off. Clark with it up to Jenny.
Yeah, Benny Newman, 20, wants to go off the top.
He's looking to drive right.
He's a dominant right-hander like his
Garrett
father.
steps up, plays the check. Williamstown being very patient at this point in time in their attack. 6 seconds to go, 5 seconds to go. They'll be looking for the save, but Chan makes another one.
And that'll wrap it up.
That'll be the quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, Malvern leads 3-1. Dave, fairly even contest, so Malvern's a couple of goals ahead, but they certainly had their opportunity to be at least 2 or 3 ahead more.
Yeah, very much, Gus. They've had those man-up opportunities. But at least I suppose you could say the defence is holding them up, so they haven't leaked at the other end.
No. Just been a bit impatient with those man-ups, and I'm not quite sure exactly what formation they're after. It doesn't seem to be any cutting there or any turning of the Williamstown defenders' head, so they've just been able to stand there and watch, and a couple of wayward shots and a couple of bad passes, so no man-up goals for Malvern at this point in time. Yeah. I mean, we don't get a lot these days, so you get 4 in the first quarter, you'd want to be getting at least 2 of them, Dave. Yeah,
well, Malvern scored on their first 3 shots with their 3 goals, and since that they've put 4 more on the net, but Evan Willis has just rose to the occasion and sent the Willie Middies on their way.
Yeah. As I mentioned earlier, there's a bit of sun from that end where Evan Willis was facing.
Yeah.
Sort of starting to go away. It's not as prevalent now, but now we'll see Roger Chan from Malvern down at that end. I just wonder if Williamstown may take the opportunity, knowing that the sun's a little bit in the eyes. Okay, Sean Clark back in the middle again for Williamstown. Tom Bound for Malvern. What do you have for face-offs at this stage, Dave?
What's that?
What do you got for face-offs at this stage?
5-zip Williamstown's way.
Okay.
One of those was forward on Clark, so they're always a threat if you're going to attack like that.
Clark
straight
comes
off
straight
the front.
out again. There's a danger. There's your
that.
shot. Chan gets a piece of it, makes the save. Williamstown through Gibson. Took a hard hit before Cal Gibson, but he looks like he's okay. He's back up and about. Newman's had a fair bit of the ball so far. Pike comes on for Williamstown. Pike. Sends it down the corner to Gibson. No rush. They're very, very content to put the ball around the outside, Williamstown, and wait for the right opportunity.
On his left.
There it is.
Saved. Oh, back in.
Bad luck there for Roger Chan. He made the save, but it dribbled in. So anyway, we go Williamstown 2, Malvern 3, early in the second quarter here. And that was the move that you could see that Williamstown were looking for, Dave. They you know, take their time, move the ball around the perimeter, and a little, you know, slip into the crease area. And Bryce Emery takes the ball and makes the shot, bounces off Chan and goes in.
He's gone early.
Yeah. Well, it's 7 in a row for Williamstown in the face.
Yeah.
Malvern caught napping on the change there, but fortunately for them, Clark got free, didn't see it. Gibson works around, gets in front, dives and scores. All of a sudden, we've got a 3-all ball game. 13:36 to go. Malvern will need to make some moves with Clark or Ever coming straight out of the face-off like a freight train down the middle. Have to have a defenseman on that point ready to go, or they're going to have their long pole down right on the end line to get across and cut it off.
He has to cut him off. That's what his job is. Where's he gone? Lockie Bone. He's got to be the first one into the middle of the ground.
Yeah.
Take that Clark drive away.
Clark wins another one.
You're going to have sore arms by tonight.
Yeah, well, look, this is the same as when they last time the two teams played. Williamstown won fairly easily, and it was all because they just couldn't get, Malvern couldn't get the ball out of the middle. Here's Gibson on the drive, looks across to Pike. Pike takes a shot, and it goes in the top corner.
Yeah, they're up and about.
Yep. So that's 3 unanswered from Williamstown.
Using that sun.
Malvern yet to have a possession in their attacking half this quarter. Yeah, that sun's still there, and as we saw in the first, and as we're seeing now, very hard for the goalkeepers down there to see anything that's coming high around their head height.
Yeah, they just let that shot go. They used Lockie Bone as a screen there. Roger Train just couldn't get a look on that one. Here we go. There's the pressure.
Attempts to get it.
And they win it back.
Yeah, the Malvern defender, Leong, was well off his man. He needed to be right next to him then.
He's just going to run and gun. Look at this. Playbook's gone out the window. We're just going to run and gun this.
Yep. Mannix with the ball, moves it across the back. I see Williamstown drawing the Malvern defence out wide yet again, moving it around. Quite prepared to take the long pass.
Yeah, he's picked the wrong guy to dodge on.
Yeah, and Howard takes the swipe, he can't get there. Ball
and he'll get caught.
I think we've got a foul here.
Yeah.
Pretty uncontrolled check when you see that. We'll wait for the referee's call. We haven't had it yet, have we? Still conversing in the middle. We'll wait for the call from referee James Suffolk. Okay. We have a simultaneous foul. We have a minute on Donny Howard for Malvern for a slash. We also have a minute charged to Ben Newman. So simultaneous foul, Williamstown will keep possession in a 5-on-5 situation. 12 minutes to go in the second. Williamstown lead 4-3. 30-second penalty was on Ben Newman, so Williamstown will hold the ball. He will release, and they'll get 30 seconds at man up. Okay, so Newman comes back on. Williamstown have 6 on 5 for 30 seconds.
Let's wait and see how they run it. Oh, good feed.
There it is on the crease. Butson all alone.
Point blank.
The Malvern defenders ball watching there, didn't see him sneak in. All of a sudden, 4 unanswered goals to Williamstown. They lead 5-3 with 11 to go in the second quarter. Malvern still on penalty.
Troy Butson, his first goal.
Yep.
Number 1. A bit of a drought. Hadn't been scoring too much so early in the year.
Yeah, he was all alone there.
Here we go.
Clark notices that he has one out behind him with no Malvern player there. So he flicks it out. Williamstown go into attack again. Howard's back on for Malvern, so back to 6 on 6. Malvern led by 2 a short time ago. Now they trail by 2. Williamstown very composed in attack. They have a pattern. Move it around. Get the drive from the top. Howard steps up to Emery. Much better defence from Howard that time.
Oh,
then he
cracked him on the egg.
Got him right on the head and Williamstown score. That'll be 6-3 Williamstown. Donny Howard from Malvern has another 1 minute. Straight out, straight back in the box for another minute with a slash to the head.
Yeah. Hurting him big time.
Yeah, timeout, Black. Coach Steve Bound decides it's time to call a timeout. He needs to talk. Malvern have lost their composure momentarily, Dave.
Yeah. Yeah, Williamstown just up and about now, running all over him, Gus.
Yep. Such a good start. Now they seem a little bit rattled, so they need to get the composure back and get their heads back into the game. So far, definitely the scoring end down to the right of where we're sitting in the commentary box.
Williamstown's last 5 shots on the net have all been scored, so just shows that they're tuned up now. They're ready to go. Yeah,
well, early in the game was some unnecessary penalties from the Williamstown side, and in the last few minutes we've had Malvern in the box a couple of times too. So at the end of the day, it's all evened out. But Williamstown have capitalised on both man-up opportunities and scored on both occasions.
Yeah, that's a huge difference.
Malvern giving Tommy Bound a break in the face-off there. Aaron Curry, number 23, will go in there against Sean Clark for Williamstown. Clark will notice he's got one behind him again, the same as last time. Curry trying to hold him up. Clark gets it straight out the back.
Stringer.
Blake Stringer there ready to pick it up again. So Williamstown will go into man up again. A little bit of a danger area for Malvern now. They're 3 down. Yep. 2 up, 3 down.
No momentum at all. Having the ball in their attacking half, Gus.
No, they haven't seen it at all this quarter. I mean, Williamstown get another one here. It's 4 behind. That's a big ask against the top side. So Jenny at the top. Flat 3-3. Then the cut from Butson.
They're the lefties.
There's Gibson with a shot. Bound takes it. Williamstown keep possession. Still in man up with Jenny. Gets it across to Newman. Back to Jenny at the middle. Butson, that's what he'll do. They did it last time. Same thing. Comes up with the save, but he can't get possession. Ball's loose. Curry's after it from Malvern. Gets it. He's got 2. He's got Williamstown after him. 3 of them after him. Great work, Curry. Gets it up to Donny Howard, who's just come out of the box. He drives towards the goal. Looks to the corner. Shot from Malvern, unsuccessful. Baker keeps possession. They look very relaxed, very not relaxed, Malvern. They're rushing. No composure there.
And they turned it over.
Turn it over again. Need to be smarter than that. They've had, Williamstown have had like 12 minutes of ball, and they get it down there for 1 minute and they just throw it away. Got to be smart. Get some gas back in the tank.
And Williamstown just tag team, bring in the fresh legs. Keep hammering the nail down.
Very patient offense. Looks to the corner. Someone's there.
Saved.
Loose. Great save by Chan.
Yeah, Malvern's wasting their time pushing up that high. They're looking to feed that ball every
They've
time.
rushed it again. Lost it again with an error. Cook in there fighting. Will Leong tries to get it out. Cook finally gets possession. Malvern finally going to attack. Cook with the ball.
Stripped.
Turned it over again. Again, Kobe Cook has said something to the umpire and he's been sent off.
He's back in the box.
Can't talk to the referees. They'll foul you every time. So Butson with it for Williamstown. Down to Gibson, back to Butson, then Jenny will come on through the middle. Very set pattern, Williamstown at this point in time. They're moving the ball around the outside and looking for the cutters through the open area in the middle. 7:30 to go in the second. Williamstown in total control at this point in time. Patient, there's the crease again. This time Butson throws it high. He's been there the last 4 or 5 times, Dave, and you know, surely they've got to realise that that's the pattern and grab him.
Yeah, they're pressing up too high. They've got to cover that corner.
Jenny at the top. Leong steps up. Williamstown very composed, plenty of time. Make another sub, get some more fresh legs out there. Pike will come on. Gibson with the ball, bit high, but Pike's able to keep it. Pike will take Howard on. Good check there by Howard.
Check. Better one.
But still it spills it, gets the ball over to Williamstown. Butson sitting there by himself, gets the loose garbage ball and puts it in. That's out to 7-3 now, Williamstown. Malvern not looking as good as they did in the first quarter. They seem to have dropped a bundle at the moment.
Yeah, like a boxer's rubbery legs there, Gus. They're on the ropes, all right.
They're on the ropes at the moment. Plenty of time to go. Plenty of time in the game, but they need to get their composure back.
That'll take the ball. They've got to get the ball.
Yeah. Bone and Smith. Todd Hunter tries to get it for Malvern. Ball's on the ground. Williamstown get it. Shane Moat with the ground ball. It's it up to Jenny. Over to Alex Pike. Williamstown composing again, just getting the changes. I'll move it around. Bryce Emery takes on Donnie Howard. Donnie Howard usually was good defence, but there again, we look in the crease area. Was open, but Chan gets it up to Howard. Malvern will get it in possession for the second time only in this quarter. Howard on the run with it. Needs to pull it out and settle. Fresh legs on. Takashi Wada comes on. You need to see Takashi with the ball a bit more, number 2 for Malvern. He's been a prolific goal scorer when he gets it. Very quick. Here he is with the ball. not the one that's going to go. Barnes sends it across to Waters.
Malvern just need to keep the ball, Gus.
Well, they need to get some gas back in the tank, Dave.
Yeah.
Here's Water. He'll drive. He'll skip left. Good double by the Williamstown defence. Howard with the ball. Takes the shot. It's nowhere near it.
Not
Goes
much
out.
angle.
Wattles will back it up. Keep possession.
Their second shot for the quarter.
Waters with the ball. Sid Dunham steps up to him. He's looking for a run here. Waters on the drive left. Dunham doesn't let him out of his sights. Makes the check. Great defence there. Ryden Howard high. Baker with the ball. Spins around. Puts it across to Campbell. Campbell makes the move back to his left. Can't get his shot, can't get his hands free. Sends it up to Waters. Waters drives left. Not much angle there.
Yeah, Wombats onto that.
You know. Easy clear for Bryce Emery. Looks in the middle. There's another one. Blake Stringer, the defender.
Yeah.
Follows it down, takes the ball and makes no mistake and puts it in. Malvern in a bit of disarray here. Williamstown skip out to 8-3. Down to 3 minutes 30 to go in the second. To see Malvern lead early by 2. Now Williamstown have skipped out to a 5-goal lead.
Yeah, they're
going to be hard from here. Very hard from here.
Oh yeah, but we're not winning the ball in the middle, Gus. So.
No. Yeah, but apart from that, you know, not winning the ball in the middle, Malvern, when they have had possession, they've been impatient. They've thrown a lot away. They haven't really been patient and worked the ball and looked for the correct opportunity. It's another face-off win for Williamstown, but it gets skipped out and Baker picks up the crumbs. 3 to go in the second quarter. Malvern coach still has a timeout if he needs it. Might be the time. They do need to at least get another goal before half-time to stay in touch with this contest. And there's a bad pass from Tran. Straight out. Another turnover.
Yeah, making hard work of it.
Sid Dunham moves it on quickly. Jenny with the ball. Josh Mannix gets it across to Newman. Williamstown will take a timeout.
Blue.
Timeout chance to Blue. 2:40 to go in the second quarter. Williamstown leading 8-3.
Yeah, there's 7 goals this quarter have come from 11 shots on the net. They missed 2, so they're really shooting the ball with good return through investment.
I think Malvern won only 2 shots this quarter, both wide.
You got to guard that sun, Gus.
.30 seconds to play. 2:40 to go in the second quarter. Williamstown will start with the possession of the ball after the timeout. Pike across. A definite pattern. Malvern's far too wide, Dave.
Yeah.
He's got to sit back in and wait from there, pushing out and getting beat everywhere.
Yeah, but they're not putting pressure on the ball. Williamstown's just dominating them off the top, start everything There's the left-handers again. Mannix.
Gibson.
Now reset, redo it again.
Yep. Plenty of patience. Prepared to do the hard work for the good shot. There's a drive by Clark, but he gets dispossessed. Howard with the ball on a run.
Inside the last two.
We've got a minute 50 to go in the quarter. Will Coach Bound take his time out and see if he can settle him down and get one in before the quarter break?
Well, yeah, you've got the possibility of using the timeout, but whether they spoke about something last time out, Gus. Baker wants to go off the back.
Wada. Nowhere to go. Goes to Howard at the top. He's going to drive left. Gets double team. Wada gets the ball again. Waters thinks about his shot from nowhere, but anyway, keeps it, moves it on to Baker. Chicken down, a minute to go. Baker with the ball. Jenny steps up to defend. Baker goes to his left. Good patient defence there from Jenny. Finds Kobe Cook. He takes a shot.
He's taking a foul.
It's wide. No foul called there? Or
yeah, he's thrown the flag.
So we do. We have a foul on number 115 for Williamstown on Brian Batch. 53 to go. Malvern still with a timeout, not using it.
I think you draw up the man up, make sure they're all going to go on the same page.
Very stagnant. Waters takes a shot from nowhere. And Howard with the ball. Baker back up. Working it across. Waters takes a shot. It's just going to work from there. Too impatient, Malvern. Tran fights for the ball. Can't get a hold of it. It's got two Williamstown guys there. Williamstown come up with the ball and save it. Down to 26 seconds. Williamstown on the run. Still a man down. They have an open one in Clark in the middle. Hits the pipe.
The bar.
Pike's backing it up. Still there. Williamstown still with possession. Only got to hold it for 13 seconds and the quarter will be over. Down below 10. Gibson with the last drive. 4 seconds to go. Skips around. Gets dispossessed by Baker. That's the quarter.
There you go.
Half time here at Farron Reserve. We have Williamstown 8, Malvern 3. Certainly been a game of two quarters, Dave.
Oh, very much.
Take us through the stats that you have there.
Well, just with the shots, the tallying up the shots, Malvern in that quarter just had 4 on the goal and missed 1. But Williamstown had 12 on the net and they missed with 2. So Williamstown so far had 17 shots on the goal, giving them this their 8 goals. They've missed 3, and Malvern on the other hand have had 11 on the net for their 3, and they've missed 2. The face-offs are just totally dominated by Williamstown.
Yep. And the Malvern seemed pretty rattled in that quarter. They just weren't prepared to be patient and work for the right shot, and turned it over. Anyway, that's the half-time break. We'll take a short break and we'll be back for the second half shortly. Okay, back to the start of the second half. Williamstown lead 8-5. It was a dominant quarter from Williamstown, 7 unanswered goals. But, Malvern will start man up. I'm not quite sure, I didn't hear that call, but Williamstown have Brian back in the box.
We get one here, Curry.
Malvern get their first face-off win, but he isn't out of trouble yet. Great work by Curry. Drives down, he looks across to Donny Howard. He takes a shot, rips it into the top corner. It's the start Malvern needed. They're going to need a few more though, Dave, going forward in this quarter.
That's a start, Gus.
Definitely a sun issue down that end of the ground for the goalkeeper. Well, that pulls it back to 8-4. We have Noah Jenny in the face-off for Williamstown now against Tom Bown. Williamstown have played 3 face-off guys so far today. Young Tom Bown has pretty much done it all, except the one that Curry took. Jenny comes out on a fast break. Gets it across to the corner. Shot's taken, goes wide. Williamstown in possession and will keep it.
One thing about Noah Jenny, Gus, when he wins that face-off, 90% of the time he will shoot. He's not really looking a lot to dish it off in a fast break, so he backs himself. Big unit.
Dangerous player. Newman with the ball. Sends it across. It's Emery with the ball. Cook steps up. Emery's going to look for the drive. Comes back to his left. Cook pushes.
Looking at that crease again.
Yeah, the crease has been open so many times. Garrett on the run from Malvern.
Well, he could do with a few miles in him.
Yeah.
Here, back here. Donny Howard.
Malvern's got to take some time when they come to attack. Get it around.
Well, they've got to do exactly what Williamstown do, is they pick the eyes out of the fruit.
And make the defence do some work and turn their heads.
But pick the ones they want to go with, Gus. Get the better matchups.
Howard with the drive. Newman steps up.
Still
Howard likes that swim
Still
dodge.
got it. Here it comes.
Going to go through. Takes a shot and scores another one. So Malvern have pulled 2 quick ones back. Still got 13-14 to go in the third.
That's his third goal too,
His
Gus.
third
He's on.
goal.
The red helmet might be making him hot.
Yeah, there's a couple of red helmets out there. Back at the X, Williamstown, Jaden Smith, Malvern, Tom Bown.
Jaden Smith, number 11, Williamstown. It's there to be one.
Williamstown win that face-off, even if they don't get the clear possession. They've been quicker to the ground ball than Malvern have so far. Sean Clark with the ball. Taking their time, get the subs. Butson comes on for Williamstown. Second sub for Williamstown. Newman to come on. Not any hurry, prepared to move the ball around the perimeter.
Going to go to his right. Garrett.
Chan comes up with another save. Been having a bit of trouble clearing the ball, Malvern. Bound with it now. Looks up, he's got Howard. Howard's got Todd Hunter, but decides to run it over. The Malvern takes another possession in their attacking half. Cook with the ball. Jordan Campbell comes on for Malvern. Campbell goes to Howard. He's the man they're going to keep going through. Williamstown will slide early. Kobe Cook with the ball, takes a shot, goes wide. Looked by Mitchell.
That's a better finish.
Sends it to Tran, and Tran throws it straight to the goalkeeper's stick. Williamstown prepared to throw it long to the long sticks. There's a spill. Who's there to look after it? Leong picks it up. Sent it across to Cook. That's a better ride from Malvern. A little bit more intensity on the ride that time, David.
Yeah, well, to the now or never, Gus. You're trailing by 3, so unless you close the gap up here, they'll ride the bike all the way home. Willie boys.
Cook at the top. Howard telling him to get out the way. He's going to take another run. Williamstown will slide and double early.
Yeah, the crease has come off. He wants to get out.
Howard gets free. Looks to the corner. Yeah, finds
finish.
Liam Barnes. Liam Barnes makes no mistake that time. Pulls it back to 8-6. 2 goals. 2-goal deficit to Malvern. It's a good start for the quarter for Malvern, picking up the first 2. But they need to rattle on and keep it going from here. Only 2 in it, 10:51 to go in the third. But as we saw in that first quarter, Williamstown very capable of skipping out and throwing 3 goals in a minute, Dave.
Oh, very much, because Malvern just needs to keep their foot on the pedal here and
value possession when they do get into attack. Jenny straight out again. He's got Gibson down on the left-hand side. The Williamstown patient, hold it up, make the subs. Alex Pike will come on.
critical now. Malvern plays some good D.
Here's Newman, steps around to his right. Dumps it off to Emery. Emery takes a shot. Chan's on top of that one and gets another save. Curry with the ball. He should be able to use his speed and run that over. And he does. Gets dispossessed. Ball across to Howard now. He's got Baker on his left. He goes there. Baker takes a shot and hits the goal.
Boy, oh boy, what was in the quarter at half time, Gus?
Yeah, well, all of a sudden now we get it back to a 1-goal game.
Baker's first goal.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a Sun advantage.
Huge.
To the attacking team down to the right of our commentary area, down to the city end of the ground. Just very interesting at this point in time. Malvern unable to win any more one face-off. If they can get a couple out, we're going to see a different ball game. 8-7, Williamstown lead, 9:51 to go in the third. Jenny Bound. No, it's Jaden Smith.
Still there.
Comes up with it, spills it.
Off the blue.
Butson gets it, but runs out.
It's black ball.
And black ball. So we put that down to a face-off win, Dave, or just a loose ball win?
I will, Gus.
We'll put it down, okay.
Benefit of the effort.
Barnes with the ball, runs it up, looks to Cook. Cook spins inside. He's got some speed if he wants to use it. Decides to settle it down, get the changes. Give Tom Bown a rest, some gas back in his tank. Baker taking control down the back. Baker looks across to Howard. Cook at the top. I wouldn't mind seeing Cook take a couple on. He's pretty nifty on his feet. Now Malvern's settling it down. Waters is trying to slip inside, trying to get his hands free. Back to his left, he shoots, he scores. We have a tied ball game, Dave.
I don't know what's in the corridor, Gus. We better get a bolt before we go home.
It's got to be that city end of the ground. It's definitely been the scoring end so far. So now we start again. 8 apiece, 8:47 to go in the third. Back to the X, the all-important X. If Malvern can get a couple out of there, they'll be in good stead. But so far, not been able to.
Malvern did 6 shots on the net for 5 goals this quarter. So
Todd Hunter, can he get it for Malvern?
Here we go.
Overruns it, he's still after it. We'll wait for the referees here. What do we got?
He paid it black.
We've had a break from Williamstown, so it'll be a black possession. Takashi Wada, number 2 for Malvern, coming on. He hasn't seen much of him. I'd like to see a lot more of him. Very nifty on his feet. Can skip around, can score. He's got a great shot. Ball with Takashi now. He's got Campbell on his right. He sends it to him. Down to Waters. A little bit more control, composure from Malvern this time down. Here's Takashi. He's going to move. He's going to take his run. Gives it back to Baker. Baker's got Waters on his left-hand side. Waters tries to spin inside. Can't get his hands free just now. Looks across to Campbell. He takes a shot. It goes wide. Malvern have the back up through Howard. Howard spins around. Draws a double.
Yeah, they're doubling
Gets
him.
up to Baker. Baker looks down to
here we
Jordan.
go.
Bad shot. Great save, whichever way you see it. Willis comes up with it. Williamstown very quick out on the clear. They catch Malvern napping most times. Here's Newman on the run. Straight towards the goals. Got one on the bottom.
He saved that.
Yep. Bit of up and down at the moment. Cook with the ball. Clears the ball. Gives it to Howard to settle it down. Liam Barnes and Aaron Curry come on for Malvern. Here's Curry. He's got a midfielder. Waters again. Curry picks up the spill. Drives left. Sends it across to Howard. Howard tries to skip past. Nowhere to go, so he pulls it out. Howard drives again. Finds Cook. Malvern coach calling to tell Malvern to settle. Take their time. Bad pass there, but anyway, it's picked up by Barnes. Looking much better when they move the ball crisply around the perimeter. Cook goes to Barnes. Barnes will drive on his left. Sends it across to Howard. Howard's got Waters. Waters lets it go. It's not a great shot. A great save by Willis. Williamstown on the clear. Evan Willis with the ball behind. No rush. He'll just walk it up. Malvern need to stay tight in behind them.
Here we
just
go.
Just wandered down the ground unattended.
AFL approved, guys.
My
My biggest
goodness.
cheese off watching football.
How easy do you want to make it for him to clear the ball?
What about if we get straight on him and deny him that pass?
Emery's on the drive. Baker tries to stop him, but Emery takes easy clear for Williamstown. Gibson controls it and sends it down behind. It's got Sean Clark up the top.
Down the last 5.
Cal Gibson with it. Gives it back to Sean Clark. Butson moves it back up the top. Gibson's got it now. Bound steps up. He's going to drive. He's going to sweep to his left. Falls over. Gets a push in the back. Yeah. It's good defence by Barnes. Just a little bit of bad luck there. He turned his back on him and he pushed him in the back. So it'll be a Williamstown possession. Pike with it. He's got Clark at top.
It's all right.
Emery turns to the right. He takes a shot. Chan gets a piece of it. It's there for
pick it
anyone
up.
that wants it.
Good body.
Still there for anyone that wants it. Butson's the one that decides he'll have the ball. Takes control and sends it across to Pike. Pike on the sweep with the left. Takes a shot. Chan gets another piece of it. Rebounds out and Gibson will keep control for Williamstown. 3:50 to go in the third. Scores a level. There's a drive from Gibson. Gets open, gets through, puts Williamstown in front. 9-8, 3:40 to go in the third. So it's
Cal Gibson, third goal.
Third goal for the day.
Yeah.
And we spoke about it early. He's a danger man down there. Very dangerous. If he gets the ball, he's going to the goal. There's nowhere else he's going. And he's got to be aware to get the double the slide early on him.
They're going early. Oh, we've got another one, Gus.
There you go.
Put that down the sheet.
So, but the pressure's on. Williamstown pushing high. Bounds under a lot of pressure and throws it away. Oh, they've got to be smarter than that, Dave. They've got to give the kids some help. Down to 3 minutes. Third quarter. Williamstown by a goal. Newman up high. He's got Emery. Cross to O'Jewell. He looks to Gibson down on the left side again. Williamstown back into their very familiar patterns. Work the ball around the outside and look for the open space in the middle. Here's Newman on the drive. Takes 2 or 3 on. Can't get through. Sends it behind, but he steps in the crease. So Malvern will have an opportunity to clear. Have had trouble so far today.
Here comes the pressure.
And there, what do we got there? We had a forced...
the ball went back in. The keeper went back in.
So it's Williamstown ball. Another failed clear by Malvern. There's the open man in the middle. Newman, he misses it. Cook tries to get his hands on it. Cook gets it. He should be quick enough. Look up. He'll run it across. Down to 2 minutes in the third quarter.
No need to
Waters
hurry.
tries to do the whole lot. Loses the ball. Just too rushed down there.
You don't need to do that.
It's got to be smart. You know, you're playing defence for all that time. You get the ball back up in your attack. You've got to take your time and settle it down.
Yeah, Williamstown just swarmed him and just sat him on his rear end.
No pressure on the Williamstown
got
clear,
it.
but he
Baker's
got
on
it.
it.
Baker got a piece of it. Butson's able to retrieve it. He'll run it across for Williamstown. Down to 1:22 in the third. Sorry, Williamstown by a goal. They'd be looking for one extra goal here. Sends it through to Gibson. He can't get it. Chan comes out, picks it up, but he's under immense pressure. No help. Williamstown to get another ground ball, and there's a shot goes wide. Williamstown with 59 seconds to go will call an out-of-bounds play. Let's see what they're going to do with it. Very structured in their plays, Dave.
Yeah, all the time, guys. They've always got something for each portion of the game.
Newman to control it. He flicks it to Jenny. He'll take a sub. Alex Pike will come on. Plenty of time. 36 to go in the quarter.
No, I think they'll take the last shot.
Yeah, they'll run it down to 8 seconds
That
and
way
take
they'll
the last shot. Here's Pike on the move now.
Wombat out without looking at the sun.
And there it is.
Cop that.
There it is. So Williamstown skip out to a 2-goal lead, 10-8. 22 to go in the quarter. Well, Malvern came back hard in that quarter early, but Williamstown got some composure. A lot of it came from when Malvern did get going and did get back in the game. They then went away from their normal plan and started to rush things and turn the ball over. And Williamstown's been able to capitalise on each occasion there.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we get the last quarter, whether the Sun still plays that.
I think it'll still be there. I think it'll still be there. Jenny out with 20 seconds to go. Plenty of time for another score. Curry steps up to him. There's Gibson. He'll have a go. The last 10 seconds of the game. Quarter. Gibson gets around, takes a shot, goes wide. They'll keep possession. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Probably got a chance just to hit the crease and hope someone can get it here. There we go. Unable to score. So there we have the end of the third quarter. Pretty exciting quarter. Williamstown lead 10-8. Malvern had come back from a 4-goal deficit in that quarter. Is that correct, Dave?
Yep.
Tied it up. But
5-2 quarter.
Yeah, lost their composure a little bit in the last half of the quarter and made some errors and have allowed Williamstown to get back out to a 2-goal lead. However, we know the game's not over. Both teams capable of scoring multiple goals in a short time, so it's going to be an interesting last quarter, but Williamstown have the upper hand. What do we got in stats for the quarter, Dave?
The shots on the goal for Williamstown, they had 6 on goal and missed 4. Malvern had 8 on the goal and missed 2. But the important factor for Malvern is they won 4 in the face-off area.
Makes a big difference.
Well, it's a 4-all break-even quarter for them, so that might give them a bit of hope for this 4th.
Yeah. Yeah, Malvern didn't clear the ball as well as you'd like to see it in that quarter. They had, a few times there where they came under pressure and couldn't clear the ball, and Williamstown put the pressure on and took the ball off them. So if they can get that in order, get a bit more of the ball, but they're certainly fairly potent in attack when they bring it down.
Yeah, so much is going to come down. 1 to the face-off, but 2 the wingmen there on the face-off. And the golden rule stay at the penalty box.
Well, we didn't see a lot of penalties that quarter.
No.
I think both teams have still got their 2 timeouts left going into the 4th. I'm sure Malvern do and Williamstown do as well. I don't think they've used any timeouts. Could be crucial come the end of the game. But as we stand, Malvern have got a lot of work to do just to get back in this. Williamstown lead by 2. Start of the last quarter here at Farron Reserve. Tom Bown at the X for Malvern. Noah Jenny at the X for Williamstown.
There's that wingman.
Jenny again comes out with it.
Transition. And Newman up the top. Across to Emery. Comes Butson.
Yeah, sun's still a major factor, Dave.
Yeah, see them all.
Probably brighter now than what it's been the whole day.
Dominant right-hander. He's the dominant lefty. Maddox got a yard on Garrett. Going to roll back. Got him. Washing.
Good check there by Garrett. Just waited till he threw the ball. Williamstown keep it. Emery at top. Here's Newman. He steps up. Right, walks around Bound. He's got nowhere to go. Lockie Bound comes out, puts the double on. Finds Alec Pike down on the bottom left. He likes to run and sweep around, looking for the shot. Dates a shot, but doesn't get it on the cage. Ball goes out, and we have, looks like we've got a Malvern ball. No backup for Williamstown. Curry with the ball on the end line. I'd like to think that he'll just get on the horse and go.
Yeah, they'll look to pressure him.
Yep. Williamstown just sitting back.
Oh my.
Errors are just killing them at the moment. Successful ride by Williamstown and unsuccessful clear for Malvern. Pike will just take control. It's Gibson up top with Howard stepping up. He wants to go. He's telling them to get out of his way. Williamstown to make a change. Emery off. Jenny comes on. Jenny heads straight to the middle. Will Leong from Malvern steps up. Jenny to make a drive. He goes to his left, looks to get a shot. He takes a shot and nails it.
That's
3 goals. 3 goals up Williamstown. 12:20 to go in the quarter. We're back out to a 3-goal lead by Williamstown. It's going to be very difficult for Malvern to get back from here.
Yeah, Malvern possibly might have been able to rotate someone differently up there to take on the big unit. Jenny there. House is not the greatest ice skater we've got, so.
But just the clearing error.
Yeah.
There's been too many so far for Malvern. If they can get that in control and get it down to their attack, as we've seen it, their attack's very capable of scoring very quickly, but they've got to get their hands on the ball, Dave.
See what he gets. There's that wing again.
I'm not quite sure if Malvern's got someone on that wing. It just appears there's no one there.
He's down the end of the line.
Another face-off. Here's Clark behind. Gibson on through the midfield this time, steps up to Cook. I don't know why we're pushing that high. We can sit back and wait for some help. Williamstown very composed, making 3 changes, 3 fresh legs out there, sets of fresh legs. Clark on the bottom right. Skips inside. Bounce sends a double.
Got a chance there.
Gets the ball. He's still got to get it. Williamstown have been at this ground ball all day. They're dominating the ground balls in this game. They have more desire to get them, and they have been getting. Here's Butson on the drive. Goes around the back.
He's got to run up.
There's Sean Clark at the top. Cook working on him. Gibson, he'll go left. Sweeps, he looks across. There's Clark in the middle. Chan can't get a piece of it. Ball goes out. Closest to the ball when it goes out, so Williamstown will keep possession in their forward half. 10:40 to go in the last. Here's Mannix. Emery on the drive. Todd Hunter steps up. Mannix comes to his left. Patience by the Williamstown offense. Butson makes a drive on bound. Here's Gibson, gets to his right, takes a shot. Chan gets a piece of it. Can he get it back? Can he retrieve it? Now, Malvern need to clear this. They've had trouble. Bad passing. Bound's got it. He looks like he's got no problem to bring it over. Malvern just need to settle now and get a piece of the ball, get their composure set and start to work their patterns. Timeout called Black. Well, Williamstown have skipped out to 3 again, but as we saw in that last quarter, 3 is not a winning lead at this stage of the game. Malvern do need to get one back, and they do need to get it fairly quickly if they're to stay in the contest.
And they'll certainly need to get it now, Gus.
Yeah, it's now or never.
I bumped into a couple of Willie favourites over there at the start of the game, Gus. Ron Toomey.
Yeah, the Ox.
Yeah, the big Ox over there in the blue and yellow jacket.
Yeah.
And Gus Garnsworthy.
Gus Garnsworthy. Wow, a couple of real iconic oldies from Williamstown. Weren't they good players in their day?
Oh, man, but they big units, those two.
Yeah, yep.
I think Alan Datson was over there for Malvern too. I could see the hand gestures before.
Yeah.
Looked like Datto.
Yeah.
He likes to catch up with the Ox.
Yeah, well, Datto and Alan Datson and Ron Toomey are still pretty good mates. They toured in an Australian team together way back in the day. And
of course, Al Rolley's over there, so
yeah.
I wonder if they're drinking any beer, Gus. Do you think
well,
they're allowed?
I don't know. I don't think we should announce it if they are, Dave, but they deserve to.
A fizzy soft drink.
Some of the greats of our game.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the action. Malvern have possession. 3 goals down. 9:50 to go in the last quarter. Here's Waters with the ball. Across to Howard. Barnes, 17. He's going to take a sweep. Runs to the left. Dumps it. Sends it across to Cook. Throws it straight to the defender's stick. Howard's able to get the ball back, retain it. Gets it
Gonna
back.
light it up.
He
He's
can't
lost it.
light it. Can't grab it. Ball in dispute.
Good
work.
body.
Good work by Cook. Puts just a little body in and knocks the ball out of the Williamstown guy's stick. Malvern will get possession again. Need to hit the scoreboard.
Yeah, they've got to get it one now, Gus.
Down to 9 to get 9 minutes in the quarter. Howard with the ball. Drives on his left. Where's he looking?
Corner.
Got across to Cook. Cook takes a shot, goes wide. Malvern have a backup, so they'll keep it.
Yeah, Baker's been quiet.
Baker's been quiet. He's got a chance now. He skips around to his left. He finds
great feed. Geordie Campbell.
Geordie Campbell. That's two bad ones, Geordie Campbell. Anyway, Williamstown with the ball. Malvern got to put the pressure on and stop the clear here. Williamstown make the clear through Stringer. Down to 8:20 in the quarter. Williamstown by 3. They're in no hurry. They'll run a bit of clock every time they come into their forward half. Here's Newman. Fumbles but gets it back. Down to Gibson. Cal Gibson. Sends it across the back. No rush. Here's Pike, drives to his left. Sends it back to Sean Clark.
Yeah, they just take turns.
Yep.
They just take turns. They all line up like jumbo jets from Tullamarine and
Gibson tries
just go
to take
one
them
after
all
the other.
on. Can't come up with it. He loses it. Barnes gets the ball. He's got plenty of heat from Williamstown. Baker comes up and relieves him. Baker's going to the goal. No, he takes it to the left. Time to settle again. Kobe Cook with the ball. Alex Pike steps up to defend. Cook slips, looks in the crease, can't get it there. Comes off the Williamstown stick and goes out, and Baker will bring it back in from behind for Malvern. Down to 6.5 to go in the quarter. Malvern need to score quickly if they're to get back into this contest. Baker comes around to his right. Gets double teamed. Looks for Takashi Wada in there, but he's got too much heat. Baker keeps the ball. Gets it.
Shoot one low.
There's the shot. Goes wide. Here's Baker. Looks to the left. Who's he got cutting through? He's got Curry. Curry gets a shot, but a great save by Evan Willis there.
Yeah, Evan swallowed that one.
When in doubt, get rid of it.
He'll look into the sun.
Yep. So Malvern do get a possession, but they've got it on their back line, and Williamstown will put plenty of pressure on this ride. It hasn't been an easy clear for Malvern so far. What do we got here? We got a timeout chance to Williamstown. I thought it was a Malvern possession.
Yeah, Malvern ball, I believe, went down the corner.
Yep. Well, at least that'll give get Malvern time to get a speedster down there without long sticks having to handle the ball to get this clear.
Oh, they could always send 2 down there, Gus.
Well, you do whatever you want, but you've got a chance now where you don't have to have the long pole handling the ball down on the bottom line. Okay, play ready to resume. Malvern still got to clear it. I'll put Donnie Howard down there to run it. Williamstown sending a double team straight away there, so Malvern needs to wise up. If they've got two down there, there's got to be someone spare. Can't be walking.
They've got to break to the ball.
Force it to the long side, which they do. Lockie bound on the run down the right-hand side. He gets caught up. It's back to Chan. They'll let him walk. They'll let him come. They'll stay tight and let him run. There's no rush. Time is ticking, but he doesn't want to rush it and lose it. There it is. Kobe Cook gets it, gets a push. Got to run it over. Kobe Cook runs it over for Malvern. Good work. Williamstown are not going to sit back. They're going to pressure Malvern and try and force some more errors. 4:58 to go. Williamstown lead by 3. It's going to be a pretty big ask from Malvern to get up from here. A couple of quick goals is what they need. Baker comes around. Swings around to his right. Can't, no one there. Sends it across to Cook. Cook's got Howard. Howard up the top. Can't skip past. Looking to get another shot. Got no angle. He still takes a shot and misses. Don't think Malvern have a backup. Williamstown will take the ball. Very undisciplined there.
Yeah, that's just lack of system, Gus.
Yep.
Williamstown back everything up and continually become a threat, yet Malvern throw it out of bounds without the backup.
Brock Goulet brings the ball across uncontested. Nice clear for Williamstown. Good check by Bounty. Takes it off Sean Clark. But what has he got ahead of him? He's got Cook up there. Cook trying to get his hands free. Skips around. Can't get a shot.
Jack.
Gets pushed over. And Williamstown will take possession again. Time running out for Malvern. 3:59 to go in the quarter. Williamstown lead 11-8 and have ball in possession in their attacking half. They won't go anywhere now, Dave. They'll just run every time they get off. They'll just run it off.
No need to hurry, Gus.
No, there's no need to go anywhere. Interesting to see if the referees call a stall at any stage here. But here's Alex Pike. Yep, they're in no hurry. And why would you be? In a 3-goal lead. You tick the clock down to 3 minutes. Pike tries to drive on Curry. Noah Jenny with the ball. Gets it across to Newman. Newman drives on his left, looks to the corner. He's got one there in Sean Clark.
Saved.
Saved by Roger Chan. Garrett throws it long. Williamstown able to get that and bring it straight back. Down to 2:40. Williamstown lead by 3. Sean Clark with the ball, not in a hurry. Here's Emery, skips around, takes a shot, goes wide, spills out.
Garrett.
Garrett comes through. Malvern definitely need to score on this time down. Sends it up to Baker. Haven't got time to waste now. Baker drives.
Got him out.
Looks up. Nowhere to go. Takes a shot. Misses. Wattles will back it up for Malvern. We have a referee's timeout.
6 shots this quarter for Malvern. No score.
Looks like, I'm not sure what we've got here. Look like we have an injured player coming off for Williamstown. The referee's called the referee's timeout. Watters runs into trouble. He's got heat coming from everywhere. What do we got here? We have a referee's call here.
He led with his helmet and got it knocked
off.
off.
We have a foul. Malvern will go man up with 2 minutes to go in the quarter. I'm not sure if they've still got a timeout left, but the perfect scenario is Malvern gets a quick goal here and stops the clock. Howard and Baker playing a little bit there together. Watters takes another long shot. It's been doing it 3 or 4 times, and Willis is just swallowing that. very undisciplined.
Another fouled man up.
Yeah. And Williamstown will use their last timeout with 1:40 to go just to secure the game. I'm sure the Williamstown coaches will be saying, listen, just hold it on, hold the ball, move it around, run the clock down. Malvern won't score 3 goals in the next 140.
No, and that's true, Gus. Since they're dominating the face-off, it's money in the bank.
Yeah. No, but Williamstown, as always, quite a disciplined game. You know, they had a couple of, couple of fouls early in the game. Were a little bit undisciplined, but mainly for the whole game, they've had a pattern, had a plan, and they've stuck to it. They've had the patience to stick with their plan.
Well, it's just their DNA, Gus. They're all about transition out of the D.
And
putting pressure on the opponent all over the ground. They've got great leg speed in all 3 lines.
Yeah, and attack-wise, they've been able to draw Malvern defenders out probably too far. But anyway, here we go. We've got 1:40 to go. So Williamstown are a man down, but they have possession of the ball.
Sid Durham's in the box, lucky 13.
Yep. So what have Malvern done? They got 2. They should have 2 on the ball.
Yeah, they're going for it.
Jenny gets around the first one, gets it to the bottom corner.
Got to box him in.
That's where you want to be if you want to run the clock. You want to be in the bottom corner. Jenny sends it across. Here's Pike. Malvern trying to double team, can't get it. Pike gets around. He'll just be content to hold it up again. 1:20 to go in the quarter. Jenny with the ball again. I'm going to call a stall on this one because Williamstown still have one in the box. So they're running 5 against 6 and still able to run the clock. All even again for the last 59 seconds of the game. Here's Pike on the corner, takes one more shot and scores. That's to put it beyond Malvern's capability of getting back. There's 38 seconds to go. Williamstown lead the contest by 4. So as they say in the classics, Curly, it's all over.
Yeah, the fat lady's about to sing. 38 seconds.
Yep, yep. Sort of a game so far. Though, today it's been in like 2 halves where we had.
It's just been that sunny end at the park.
It has been, and Williamstown with that 7-goal quarter, I think is where it sort of put them in good stead to keep the 4-goal lead that they have now. And that's probably the way it'll finish. Bound wins one out the middle. It, looks up, can't pass the ball. Malvern calls one more timeout.
Yep.
32 seconds to go. Malvern have possession with a timeout. Both goalkeepers had a reasonable game, Dave, but both have had trouble with that end
to
the right of the city end with the sun. But down the other end, both goalkeepers have had a really good game and made a lot of saves. Of course, it's always, you can make a goalkeeper look good with poor shots, but both of these guys today, both Chan and Willis, have stood up for their respective teams down that end very, very well. Down to 30. Baker makes a drive. Looking up the top. Nowhere to go. Gets across to Waters. Waters skips around and takes a shot. Misses. And no backup for Malvern. So Williamstown will get the ball one more time. Yep. 21 seconds to go in the game. Williamstown up by 4. No danger of losing this game. They don't even have to clear it. They'll just hold it there. Look up. They make a spill. Baker takes it. He's got a couple there in the crease. Kobe Cook takes a shot. Misses wide. It's 5 seconds. Baker looks to see if he get one more shot. What is a shot? No good. Goes out. Well, official clock's not what we're looking at, but there's probably only a second or two to go in the game, so that'll be it. And there it is. There's the clock. Game is over. Williamstown win 12-8. Topsy-turvy game of quarters, but in the end, Williamstown were just far too strong for Malvern today.
Too much polish, Gus.
Yep, dominated the face-off. They dominated the riding area and they dominated the clearing area.
Yeah, when you think about Williamstown, keep Malvern to 2 quarters without scoring.
Yeah, pretty good effort.
That's a fine effort defensively. Just the goalkeepers, once they come out of the sun, they're both pretty solid, but that sun, I think, won the day there.
Yeah, yep.
We just looked through the face-offs. Williamstown dominated with 16 wins. Malvern picked up 5, particularly in the second half. And the shots on goal for Malvern were 26 shots on the net, but 7 missed. And would you believe Williamstown only had a couple extra? They had 29 shots on the net and 9 misses. So there's not a whole lot of difference between them.
Yeah, the difference was that second quarter when they put 7 in a row.
Yeah.
From 8 or 9 shots. But, you know, very accurate shooting in that quarter is what was able to get them that sort of 4-goal lead. And even though Malvern came back and tied it up, from then they just couldn't compose, couldn't keep going, and Williamstown got back in, and then they run out by 4-goal winners.
Yeah, it was a pretty solid game. Just for the goal scorers, Williamstown, Butson 2, Stringer 1, Pike 2, Jenny 1, Gibson 3, Emery 1, and JG Manox 1. And for Malvern, Donny Howard 3, Mitch Baker 1, John Waters 2, Kobe Cook 1, and Liam Barnes also had a single. That wraps up the Malvern and the Willie one.
That's the day. So special thanks to our cameraman and producer, Darian Panner. I'm Gus Campbell.
I'm Dave Joy. We'll see you next week at Chatty.
Yeah, okay.
Bring your shopping money.
See you then. Bye for now.